Welcome to Daily Gossip. You will get daily Hollywood updates here. Remember to subscribe for the latest videos. Today's episode takes us far from the red carpets and celebrity villas to the roaring clay courts of Roland Garros, where drama, heartbreak, triumph, and legacy clash beneath the Parisian skies in the 2025 French Open. While we normally bring you the latest buzz on Hollywood romances and shocking celebrity confessions, this time we're diving into the intense emotional roller coaster that is tennis, specifically Day 8 of the French Open, where two pivotal women's singles matches stole headlines and hearts alike. Yes, we're talking about Aryna Sabalenka versus Amanda Anisimova and Jasmine Paolini against Elina Svitolina. Matchups that weren't just about sport, but about resilience, redemption, and raw emotion. Let's start with the world number one, Aryna Sabalenka. Known for her power, grit, and relentless aggression on court, Sabalenka entered Day 8 with the confidence of a champion and the aura of someone almost untouchable. But standing across the net was someone who has historically had her number, Amanda Anisimova. The American tennis star, still only in her early 20s, has endured the spotlight since her teenage years. Her name became etched into tennis folklore when she reached the semi-finals of Roland Garros in 2019, aged just 17. That breakthrough wasn't a fluke. Amanda's calm demeanor, her intelligent shot selection, and her fluid, effortless backhand have always made her a player to watch. Yet, injuries and personal setbacks have often derailed what many saw as an inevitable rise to superstardom. On this emotional day, as Amanda faced Aryna on the famed red clay, it wasn't just a tennis match. It was a battle of wills, of histories, and of styles. Despite the bookmakers and public leaning heavily in favor of Sabalenka, those who truly understood the tennis narrative knew that Anisimova held a 5-2 head-to-head advantage. And not just that, she had bested Sabalenka on clay multiple times. The stage was set for drama, and it delivered in spades. The match opened with Sabalenka unleashing her usual storm. Powerful serves, deep forehands, and intense grunts echoing through the arena. But Amanda, with her signature calmness, absorbed the pressure, counter-punched with elegance, and placed her shots with surgical precision. Every rally felt like a chess match. Power versus placement, intensity versus calculation. The crowd, which initially leaned towards the reigning world number one, began to sway. Amanda was not just surviving, she was dictating, controlling, mesmerizing. And then came the critical moments, the tie-breaks, the breakpoint conversions, the rallies that lasted 20-plus shots. In those moments, Amanda Anisimova's face showed not fear, but focus. She knew she had done it before. She knew she could do it again. And as the final point ended with Sabalenka sending a forehand long, Amanda dropped her racket and raised her hands in quiet triumph. A familiar foe had been conquered yet again. Tears welled up in her eyes, not just for the win, but for the long journey back to the top. Redemption had never looked so graceful. Meanwhile, on another court, another story was unfolding. Jasmine Paolini, Italy's tennis darling and last year's French Open finalist, took to the court to face the seasoned Ukrainian warrior, Elina Svitolina. Paolini has always been admired for her agility, court coverage, and fiery spirit, but her journey to the 2025 French Open fourth round was more than just a physical one. It was deeply emotional. Carrying the hopes of a nation, Jasmine had been lauded for her tenacity and tactical brilliance. And standing in her way was a resurgent Svitolina, a player known for her resilience, her grinding style, and her emotional strength in times of adversity. The first set went as many expected. Paolini was quicker, sharper, and more explosive. Her ground strokes were finding angles that left even Svitolina stunned. The crowd roared with every winner, sensing a repeat of last year's deep run. But then, tennis, as life often does, took a dramatic turn. In the second set, as Paolini neared victory, she found herself with not one, not two, but 3 match points. And here's where the heartache began. Svitolina, backed into a corner, didn't blink. She saved each match point with defiance, grit, and heart. The second set headed to a tiebreak. And even though the momentum was now shifting, no one expected what was about to happen next. Elina Svitolina, known for her emotional strength, tapped into something deep. The crowd began to buzz. The energy shifted. Each point she won felt heavier, more meaningful. Paolini, visibly shaken by the missed opportunities, began to unravel. The tiebreak was a dagger. And when Svitolina took it 8-6, you could hear the collective gasp across Roland Garros. The final set, a masterclass from Svitolina, while Paolini tried to summon her earlier magic. It was clear that mentally, the collapse had taken its toll. Elina cruised through the final set, 6-1, securing a comeback for the ages. For Svitolina, this was more than just a win. This was a testament to her journey. Returning to tennis after maternity leave, dealing with political and personal challenges, and still finding a way to rise. For Paolini, it was a lesson in heartbreak. She had the match in her hands and watched it slip through like grains of sand. And yet, even in defeat, her head was held high. She knew this wasn't the end, just another chapter in a long, emotional journey. Both matches reminded us why we fall in love with sports in the first place. It's not just about winners and losers. It's about the stories, the arcs, the people. Aryna Sabalenka, though defeated, remains a titan in women's tennis. Her dominance this season won't be forgotten because of one loss. Amanda Anisimova's victory is a comeback story written in golden ink. A reminder that talent, when nurtured with perseverance, never fades. Jasmine Paolini's heartbreak is the kind that builds champions. The kind that will haunt, yes, but also inspire. And Elina Svitolina, well, she's proof that motherhood and tennis greatness are not mutually exclusive. She's grit personified, and her run to the quarterfinals is a beacon of what emotional strength truly looks like. So as Day 8 of the French Open fades into memory, we at Daily Gossip salute these women, not just for their tennis, but for the emotions, the stories, and the humanity they brought to the court. It's not every day that a tennis match makes you cry, makes you believe, makes you dream. But on this day, it did all of that and more. Stay tuned for more updates, more drama, and more moments that move us. This is Daily Gossip, where the clay meets the heart and the stories are always worth telling. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for your daily dose of drama, both on and off the court.